Hey guys, welcome to a brand new episode of I Am LaToya Rena. If you are new here, welcome. If you've been here before, hey y'all. Today I have to start a brand new medication, so I'm going to do like a little series on this and just talk about my experience with it. For most folks that are here, you're here because of my Wegovy series, but now y'all, I'm starting a Dupixent series. I have suffered with eczema my entire life. It was just awful, just awful throughout my childhood. If you're unfamiliar with eczema, it is a skin condition. It does impact people differently. The way my eczema looks now is very different from how it looked in my childhood. And where my eczema pops up now is very different from my childhood. When I was a child, my eczema would be bumpy, scaly, rashes that impacted pretty much every bend in my body. So that included, the bends of your arms, behind your knees, and different areas like that. It also impacted my neck a lot, as well as the skin around my belly button, primarily because blue jeans have metal, the metal buttons, and my skin does not react well to metal. So anywhere that metal would touch, I would have rashes. So it took me a while to figure out, like, I couldn't wear, for lack of a better word, cheap jewelry, things like that. My whole ears would be broken out if I did. Can't wear cheap rings. My hands will break out. Different things like that. And my eczema definitely was worse during the winter months as far as the itchiness. So yeah, that was my childhood. I really, and the thing about eczema is the more you scratch, the worse it gets. And for me, it seems like the more you scratch, the more it spreads as well. And so there were times when I was just, for lack of better words, I was like just almost completely covered. So my childhood was very rough. Took lots of oatmeal baths. That was a remedy. Even did some allergy injections at various points throughout my childhood to help with the itching and things like that. But I really didn't start seeing any relief until I had a conversation with one of my great uncles who had been in the military, served in a war or two, and had experienced eczema himself. And he gave me some, little tips to make my life better. So I'm going to share those with you real quick before we start talking about where we are today and why I'm on Dupixent. For me, things that he suggested to me that actually did work was cool showers, not hot showers. Hot showers make my eczema feel much worse. He also said to stay away from acidic things, so like oranges and tomatoes. And so I do stay away from those things. And just to, of course, hydrate your skin, moisturize your skin, things like that. Not to wear, heavily scented anything, so laundry detergent, dryer sheets, fabric softener, perfumes, things like that. I don't do that. I use all free and clear, and which has no scent. I've used it for at least a decade, if not longer. I don't, if I wear perfume, I don't apply it directly to my skin. It's on my clothes. And as far as lotion is concerned, I use Gold Bond Eczema Relief. That has been the best lotion by far for my skin, to keep it moisturized and reduce itching. I did use Curel, like, I can't remember, I think it was an eczema relief lotion for a long time, and it was helpful, but I feel like it's more water-based, so it didn't penetrate the way I needed it to. So when I stumbled upon Gold Bond, it is much richer, and that is my thing. That is my thing. So yeah, I mean, essentially eczema is just a terrible skin condition that, it's a little different from psoriasis. I know a lot of people are familiar with psoriasis or, things like that, but it's a terrible skin condition that, impacts a lot of people. And, you know, now, fast forwarding to now, after I had my children is when my eczema really started clearing up. I don't know if there's a rhyme or reason behind that, but I very rarely have breakouts since becoming a mother 8 years ago. But when I do have breakouts, they are pretty significant. So, for example, I think 2 or 3 years ago, I had a patch about the size of a little smaller than my fist on my calf, and it looked very different from my typical eczema. You know, before I have like bumpy, like multiple bumps. It's like a patch, you know, a rash thing. This was like a flat but raised patch. It was darker skin, very much darker than my skin. You could see it, you know, across the room or whatever, and it would itch really bad, and you couldn't scratch that itch. Like it just felt so deep and you couldn't reach it. And it was just, I don't know, like I didn't even think it was eczema. We actually biopsied it. My dermatologist scraped the entire thing off, and biopsied it and said that it was just another form of eczema. So, you know, I've had that, and then I've had a couple of like, I don't know, not even like your pinky nail size spots pop up on my toes that looked very similar, that I've had injected with steroids to help them calm down and go away. Just different little things like that. And then here recently, I've had a particular spot on my skin that actually wasn't my skin tone at all. It was actually more white. And, you know, we've done, you know, cultures and things like that to try to figure out what it was. And it really, nothing ever came back. So we recently did a biopsy, and it says that it's another form of eczema. So my eczema has evolved over the years, the way it looks. I've gone from like very bumpy patches that get real red and inflamed if you scratch them, to just large, very dark patches that are flat, not bumpy, to now just a white area that like skin is thicker. It feels thicker. It's more raised. And so as a result, that particular patch took, I mean, I still have it, and I've had it for like 2 years consecutively. Like it's gotten better, but it hasn't gone away. And so as a result, after doing that biopsy, my dermatologist recommended that I try Dupixent. So here we are. Dupixent is a pre-filled injection similar to how Wegovy is for my Wegovy followers, that you give to yourself every week, and then eventually I think it trickles down to every other week, and it's gonna help you with your eczema. So I'm gonna try it, see if it helps. Like I said, currently I don't really have very many outbreaks or very many like areas that bother me, but this one area in particular that's been there 2 years, you know, it would be nice to get rid of that, because it's in a weird location as well. And so I'm excited for that. I just spoke with the pharmacy. So Dupixent is a medication that you have to get mail ordered. So I just spoke with the pharmacy to get my initial, you know, I think it's a 42-day pack sent to me. And so I've got that set up. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to, like, they assign you a case manager when you get Dupixent, and I've been playing phone tag with this woman for weeks, you know, primarily because I sleep during the day, but I try to call, you know, during my time when I'm in the Colorado line like I am now, which I sit here in, you know, upwards of an hour and a half, and I can never reach her. And we always miss each other. So I'm still waiting to talk to her specifically, but at least I know that my medication will be here shortly. It's actually going to be here on the 6th. today is the 4th, so in 2 days. So that's awesome. That's quick. By UPS. So I'm excited to try it and just see if I get some relief out of it. Obviously, if I don't feel like it's helpful, I'm not going to continue to use it, but hopefully I do get some relief. Something important to note is that I am getting it for free, so that's pretty dope. Similar to Wegovy, I've gotten Wegovy for free this year as well. Grateful for my insurance, you know, as far as that's concerned, because as I understand, these medications are very, very expensive. So I'm super glad that I'm able to get it for free. As of right now, that's all the information that I really know. I will share this journey with you all. I think it could be helpful for some. And so as I learn more, I'll continue to, you know, I might do weekly updates like I've been doing with Wegovy, and just see how things are improving. And hopefully I can get some relief. Like I said, I've had this particular patch that we're trying to target for 2 years. So, and it's just become a part of my life, and I would really prefer for it to not be. So, I'm excited about that. So, stay tuned for more content in relation to Dupixent. If you like what I've brought to you today, please make sure that you hit that like button as well as that subscribe button, so that when new content does pop up, you're one of the first people to see it. Expect to see a Wegovy update here soon after this. It is time, and I've got some things to share, so look out for that. But until next time, I love you guys. Bye.